Yo, 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 what's the business? It's your boy Chi. We back in the building, man. Listen, welcome to the Chi Lounge. Welcome to the Chi Lounge, man. It's about to go down, man. Today we're gonna be talking about y'all hold on real quick. Yes, sir. We back in business. What's going on, man? It's your boy Chi. Welcome to the Chi Lounge, man. It's going down. Shout outs to everybody that's in the building, man. Listen, man, it feel good to be back. I was out for commission for a minute, handling some family problems, handling some family issues. I was on vacation with my kids. It was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Your boy just moved. Shout outs to everybody in the building that's moving. You know what I'm saying? Starting a new life, moving to a new state, moving to a new city. It is what it is. Sometimes you need that new refresher. You see what I'm saying? I told y'all when I get back, man, it was gonna be a prominent show. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot of things in store for you guys, man. If you guys not subscribe to the channel, you guys go to the Chi Lounge on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, type in the Chi Lounge. You guys go like, share, and subscribe. Become a Chiite in the building. You see what I'm saying? We about to get started on today's show, man. Today's show, we're going to be talking about money. Money being the root of all evil. Now, we all love money. We all need money. Money makes the world go round, as so they say. You know what I mean? Money can be a beautiful thing depending on how you use it, depending on how you manage it. You know what I mean? But money can also be crazy. Some people can make money become a god over their life. You know what I mean? Money is a necessity, but it's not a god. Understand that, people. Money is a necessity. You need it. Some people have to have it, but at the end of the day, it is not a god. It is not something that when you leave this earth, it is not something that you can take with you in the afterlife. You see what I'm saying? So today we're gonna be talking about money, people, and the money, the money issues that's going on in the world today. We got a lot of money issues going on in the world today. People having a hard time finding resources on where they're trying to find money from. People trying to get money for education, money for school, money for food, money for rent, money for gas. Like I said before, money is a necessity. It's definitely something that you need, but it's definitely not a god. Um, Money. A lot of people say money is the root of all evil, but I want to correct that because biblically speaking, if you look at the King James book, 1 Timothy 6:10, biblically speaking, it gives the description that the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Why is the love of money the root of all evil? I'm gonna tell you why. Because people can be so in love and so fascinated with money that enough is just never enough. They gotta have more. They gotta have yours. They not satisfied with what they have. People just gotta have more. Nothing of average is ever good enough, people. And we're gonna get into this. So, with that being said, today's show, money, the love of money is the root of all people, or is the root of all evil. I said it before. I know the show says money is the root of all evil, but we correcting it. The love of money is the root of all evil. Why do we love money? People who never had money before, when they get money in their pocket, they splurge, they emerge. They go berserk. They don't know how to act. I got me some money. You see what I'm saying? That retro that came in, that stimulus check that came in, that $1,400 that came in, people ain't know how to act. And believe it or not, people, it's a lot of people in this world that never seen $1,400. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that never seen $2,000. It's people right now that's on the system. It's people right now that's on the system that's barely making it by $200, $500. And then you have people that have money. They're millionaires, trillionaires, billionaires. But like I said before, people, enough is never enough. Why do we need money? We need money to live. We need money to survive. We need money to eat. We need money to fuel our cars. We need money to send our kids to school. That's what we need money for. Money is a necessity, but it is not a God. People who never had money before, which is typically the urban area, the rural areas, you know what I mean? Let's keep it gangster, quote unquote, the hood. You see what I'm saying? People who never had money before, they know what it's like to live in comfortability because they know what it's like to have and they know what it's like not to have. When you have somebody who's able to eat pork and beans and hot dogs, like where I come from, and then they're able to have steak and filet mignon another day, and then they don't get it again the next day, they're comfortable with that because they know what it's like to have money. They know what it's like not to have money. As opposed to people who have money, the moment they lose their money becomes their God. So the moment they lose money and they're ready to jump out the window. They're ready to commit suicide and kill themselves. Money can really become a god if you do not manage it right. The love of money is the root of all evil. We need money because money is the bargain for which the world we live in. If you're trading, if you need spices, if you need goods, if you need oils, everything today, if you have a cell phone and you have an iPhone and you just got finished paying what, $1,600, $1,800 for that iPhone, and your bill every month is by like what, $150? Everything in this world is ran by money. And because everything in this world is ran by money, it gives everybody the incentive that they have to go chase the bag rather than let opportunities come to you. And the thing about chasing the bag is when you call yourself trying to go chase the bag, you end up finding complications that come along with chasing the bag, which becomes mental issues. Now you catching anxiety, which becomes health issues. Now you stressing and freaking out because you don't know what to do. Never put yourself in a position to where you make money a god and you love money over yourself. Money, once again, people, is a necessity. It is not a god. What can money make you do? Money can make you kill people. Let's talk about it. Money can make you kill people. You hear stories all the time about how these young people are going around killing their parents for insurance money. You hear stories all the time about in the rural neighborhoods about the local drug dealer that killed his best friend or killed somebody else because he owed him a dime bag of weed. Or somebody owed somebody $100. Or somebody even owed somebody $5. Understand that money, people, the love of money will cause you to kill, steal, lie, cheat, do everything possible to get over in life. And that's not the way it should be. Understand something, people. When you look at the derivation of money, where does money derive from? Where does money come from? The last time I checked, money is literally derived from trees. Paper money is derived from trees. So in order for them to manufacture money, and check me on this, in order for them to manufacture money, people, we as humans breathe and survive off of oxygen. Oxygen that we get from trees. Oxygen that we get from leaves, that we get from natural nature. So in order for money to be produced, trees have to be cut down. Why? Because the bark is turned and formulated into paper. So every time a tree gets cut down, That's a breath of air that's being lost for your life. That's a breath of fresh oxygen, God-given oxygen, that you're losing due to mankind formulating something called money that's going to cause you to go nuts. Get my drift? If you understand what I'm saying? Money causes people to kill, steal, lie, cheat, get over, whatever. There's so many young people out here stealing and doing thefts all because of what? Money. They don't have no money. But when you look at their story, their backgrounds and their stories are impeccable. They're 14 years old raising a little brother and raising a little sister. They can't work, so what do they need? Money. The local junkie, he needs his drugs. He needs his beer. So he's out here committing heinous crimes due to what? Money. You see what I'm saying? The love of money is the root of all evil. Money itself is good. There's nothing wrong with money. And that's where people get it confused at. There's nothing wrong with money. What makes money evil is the love of money. People's obsession for gotta have more, gotta have more. I gotta have this, I gotta have this. People's obsession for money causes people to do detrimental things. When you look at God's perception on money, we're going to look at God's perception on money. You guys listen to this. Really listen to this, because it blessed me, and I'm pretty sure it's going to bless you. And you'll definitely look at money way differently. When you look at the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 10, Malachi chapter 3, verses 10 talks about the tithes. And it talks about bringing your tithes into the storehouse that it could be meat in God's house. And God also mentions in there, he says, prove him now you bring your tithes to the storehouse and prove him now, which saith the Lord of hosts. Prove God. All you have to do to stay blessed is bless God. Now, it took me when I really, because see, I was a kid. We grew up in church. I heard this my whole life. I heard this on my whole life. Everybody, we all heard this when it comes to tithes, when it comes to offering and all that. We all heard this. And in the back of your mind, you like, well, God is God. What? He doesn't need money. You see what I'm saying? He owns cattle over 1,000 hills. He owns heaven. He owns riches. God don't need no money. I beg to differ. It's not that God need money. It's the ministry behind his formulation. He's formulating the ministry in churches, or when you're dealing with the community, it takes money. And he even gives you instruction on money management. He ties into the storehouse that there may be meat in my house. And prove me now, which saith the Lord of hosts, that I will not open up a window and pour you out a blessing. You won't have room enough to receive it. If you bless God, God will in turn bless you. If you pay your tithes and you pay your offering, whether you go to church, wherever you go to, at the end of the day, take money aside from your funds and give it back to God. Dedicate it back to God, because nothing in this life is possible without God. You wouldn't have got that job had it not been for God. You would have not got that nice car had it not been for God. You would have not got that big bank account had it not been for God. Nothing in this world is possible without God, people. And we tend to forget where our blessings come from, which is why we struggle a lot, which is why we growing gray hair, which is why we don't know what to do next, because the moment we make success or the moment we get money, we start taking God out of the equation. It's like your rent is due and your car note is due, or your son or your daughter get locked up in jail. Oh, God, please make a way. Oh, God. Oh. God, please make a way, please. And God makes a way. And he brings your daughter or your son home. No bail, no charges. Or somebody pay your rent or your car note. Somebody took care of your car note. You don't know where the money came from. And you know good well you ain't do it. But at the end of the day, God, he blesses the just as well as the unjust. God has no respect of a person. We all his children. He's going to take care of us. But a lot of times, people, when it comes to money, we ask God for the blessing, and then when he give us the blessing, we turn around and put him to the side. And that's not right. And if you realize when you put God to the side, that's when you start finding yourself stressing. That's when you start finding yourself not knowing what to do. That's when you start finding yourself wondering where your next meal going to come from. Where's the next dollar going to come from, because you forgot all about where the blessing came from. When you bless God, God will bless you. It's not a matter of give and take. Oh, I'm going to do this today, and God going to do this for me tomorrow. I'm going to do this for God today, and God going to do this. It's not one of the, God's going to bless you regardless. We sin every single day. We shat, we lie, we fight, we do all that stuff, and yet God is still faithful and just to where he will bless us through all our iniquity. So it's not a give and take situation where, okay, I do this for God. One day he's going to do this for me. God's going to bless you regardless, because at the end of the day, that's the kind of God he is. But you need to understand that in order for you to have wealth management, in order for you to stay successful, in order for you to be flourishing in your finances, simply give God what's his. You stop worrying about having the latest iPhone. Stop worrying about having the latest Benz. If you take time, if you make $1,500 every 2 weeks, if you make $2,000 every 2 weeks, now an iPhone costs $1,500, easy. A Mercedes Benz costs $70,000, easy. If you're trying to get a 2023, if you make $2,000 every 2 weeks, and God is only asking for 10% of that $2,000, that's $200. So you mean to tell me, out of $2,000, $200 you can't give back to God? But you could give the bank $1,800, $2,200, $2,300 every month faithfully for your mortgage, $500, $600 car note every single month for your car to keep your car, but you can't give God 10%? I beg to differ. You can, but you won't. And even me, I've even been subject to that. It's times where I haven't paid my tithes. It's times where I haven't gave to the church. Not because I didn't want to, but because I just didn't. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Because like I said before, at the end of the day, when it comes to physical finances, God is God. He don't need money. He don't need your money. But that money can help somebody else. When you see a lot of ministries out here, they're doing community service, feeding the homeless, clothing the naked, keeping the repairs and the upkeep of the church. That's what their money is for. When God is saying bring his money into the storehouse, that there will be meat in his house, meaning that the church will flourish and that his sanctuary, his house will flourish because of your sacrifice. We got to learn how to sacrifice in order to get where we need to be, people. Another aspect that God looks at when it comes to money, if you look at the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 19, God specifically says, "Do not store up any treasures here on earth, because your treasures are already in heaven." Now, how would you feel? And I'm talking to you, Instagram. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you, Facebook, and I'm talking to you, YouTube. How would you feel? You won the lottery. You just won the lottery for $200 million. And you bought a $100 million house. And somebody breaking your house. Either somebody breaking your house, or your house catch up and go up in flames. It goes up in fire. How would you feel about that? That would piss you off real bad, wouldn't it? You'll be ready to fight. You'll be doing some cussing. Or it won't be no saved person then. Or it ain't going to be no sha-na-na-nas and hallelujahs then. It's going to be some cussing. It's going to be a whole lot of I wish it would. It's going to it's going to be a whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we get complacent in these earthly things. We got to remember that these earthly things are everything that's just here. I'm not saying it's not good to have nice stuff. You can have nice stuff. But don't be so complacent to where you get satisfied in these earthly materials that you forget where you come from. You got to remember, when you was born from your mother's womb. But before you was born from your mother's womb, you came from where? You was up there with God. You don't remember what it looked like up there. You don't remember what you had up there. But the easiest way to know where you come from. This is the easiest way to know where you come from. The easiest way to know where you come from, where you came from, God, look at your life. And look at how much the enemy, Satan, tries to fight you in your life. He fights you. Why? Because he does not want you to go back to where you came from. He knows what it's like up there. And his job is specifically, detrimentally tied into you not going back to where you came from. And if that means you going crazy over money, making money your God rather than the creator your God, that doesn't make sense. Why would you make something that gets manufactured your God over the one person that created the main thing that they use to manufacture that? It doesn't make sense. Don't stress over treasures and money on this earth, because money is paper. It's a paper object. Pretty soon, money's not going to be worth anything. The Bible talks about money being laid in the street. We living in those times, people. Money, finances is changing by the day. We talking about cryptocurrency. You talking about EFTs. You talking about ROIs. You talking about all type of financial planning that's changing every single day. Pretty soon, they're going to switch everything to one currency. That's what they're trying to do now. Countries joining up with countries. Countries joining up with countries. Countries joining up with countries to make one currency, one God. And you steady stressing about something that's not even going to be worth anything probably in the next 3 to 5 years. But that's for you to be smart about your finances. That's for you to stay up on technology. That's for you to stay up on energy. That's for you to stay up on everything possible that's out here in this world that they're trying to switch over to. Ye that has no knowledge is a fool. You have to know the transitions. You have to know what is about to become and what is it coming to. You have to know these things, because paper money doesn't mean anything no more. Everybody has Cash App. Everybody has Zelle. Everybody has Venmo. Everybody has Bank of America. Everybody has Wells Fargo. Everything is cards and chips now. And pretty soon, everything is going to be chips. And you're going to have to want to put a chip in your hand. You're going to have to want to put a chip in your head. Me personally, I'm not doing it. Ain't nothing going in me personally, and I say that proudly, because that goes against what I believe. Yes, I'm Christian. That goes against what I believe. You know what I mean? But if you make your riches down here on earth, this will be your God. And this is what your life will pertain to. But if you make your riches on focusing on God and God's plan for your life, and give back to God and bless God, you can't even fathom the riches that you have up there with him. Proverbs chapter 10, verses 22 talks about the blessings of the Lord. And he says, the blessings of the Lord, it maketh one rich, and he addeth no sorrow. That's as clear as day. I can't break it down to you no more, no less. That's as clear as day. The blessings of the Lord, it maketh one rich, and addeth no sorrow. What did I just say? If you bless God, God will do what? God will in turn bless you. You're going to find yourself a lot of times running around like a chicken with his head cut off, not knowing where the money coming from, not knowing where your next blessing coming from, because you cut God out of the equation. I'm giving you the remedy, people, because let me tell you something. Everybody think you got to be rich. You got to be a millionaire. You got to have all this money to live a prosperous life. You actually don't, because I'll put it to you like this. Would you rather be somebody who makes $200,000 a year but you're in good health? Or would you rather be somebody who makes $300 million a year, but you're dying in the next 6 months? I'll wait. That's what I thought. I would be the $200,000 person, knowing that I make a good income and at the same time I'm able to still live, be here for my children, and see life as it goes on. Money is not everything, people. Money cannot buy happiness. It damn sure can't buy love. And it's sad, and it's sad because you actually got people that try to use money to buy happiness, and got people that use money that try to buy love. You cannot buy happiness, and you cannot buy love. I don't care how much money you got. You can try, but you're just going to get played. It's a loss of money. You're taking a loss. You might as well call yourself a Democrat. Money management. A lot of people are very, very horrible when it comes to money management. How can you make a $50,000, $60,000 a year salary, but you trying to live life like you make $500,000 a year? You live in the projects, but you driving around in an $80,000 car. That's not hood. That's not smart. That's not keeping it G. We've been so fascinated by the TV life, these rappers, these celebrities, all these stupid people that's selling you a illusion. They're selling you an image. If you have the money, by all means, live the life according to your finances. Do not live the life trying to keep up with the Joneses and do what Rick Ross do and do what Jay-Z do and do what T.I. and them do when you not making Rick Ross, Jay-Z, or T.I. money. You ain't gonna never have no money. You ain't gonna never have no. How you gonna have money? How you gonna have money if your car? Listen, this is why I never purchased a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. And best believe I got the money to do it. This is why I never purchased a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW. Do I love European cars? I love European cars. They fast. I love them. But the maintenance alone will break you. Once again, if you got the money, by all means, treat yourself. Life, you got to live life. You got to live life abundantly. If it makes you happy, go for it. If you work hard for it, go for it. But if you know you don't make that kind of money, don't buy that kind of stuff. Simple as that. There's nothing wrong with going less to have more. There's nothing wrong whatsoever with going less to have more. You can start off with a Honda Civic. You can start off with an Acura Legend. And then you can build your way up to that Mercedes-Benz or that Infiniti Q truck. You know I love that Infiniti, right, bro? That Infiniti QX3. You see what I'm saying? Or build yourself up to that Escalade. You do not got to be like everybody else. If you want to keep money in your pocket, you have to be smart. You're not stupid by budgeting. You're not stupid by saving. If anything, you're being smart. I said this a long time ago. Jay-Z said it in his 444 album. He gave you the blueprint. He gave you the method. Listen, if you want to be wealthy, it's better for you to own rather than to contribute. He said it in the 444 album. This man is an owner of winery. This man is an owner of Rock Nation. This man is you can do it too. I can do it too. We all can do the same thing. But you have to have a plan in mind. And a lot of people, and it's sad because it's really sad to say, but a lot of people today still have that slave mentality. A lot of people not ready to evolve. A lot of people not ready to branch out and step their foot out into the water and trust God for what's bigger and what's greater. A lot of people want to stay in the same place. You cannot stay in the same place. If you stay in the same place, you know what's going to happen? If you stay in the same place, what's going to happen is you're going to become bitter. You're going to start being more evil. You're going to get mad at the world. When all you had to do was step out on faith. That's all you had to do. If you got a business venture in your mind that you want to put to test, put it to work. What's the worst that could happen? It could fail, it could win. You could start all over again. That's the good thing about life, people. You do not have to stay complacent in the same place. You can always branch out for more. But when it comes to money and you know you're trying to get somewhere, there's nothing wrong with budgeting your money. There's nothing wrong with saving your money. If you look at a lot of real estate investors and you look at a lot of people with money today, they'll tell you they don't even use their own money. They do not use their own money. They use your money. They use taxpayer money. Look at Brett Favre. You see the situation he was going through. I ain't mean to bring that up, but I mean, we keeping it a buck. A lot of wealthy people do not use their own money. They use other people's money. Why? Because anytime you're dealing with the stock market or anytime you're dealing with lenders or you're dealing with other people's money, you're taking a risk. Why would I risk my money when I can risk somebody else's money who makes way more than me? All they're going to do is use it as a tax write-off anyway. So technically, nobody's losing. It's a lot of resources out here that you guys can tap into when it comes to money. I'll put it to you like this. For anybody to say that they're homeless in America right now, I don't buy it. I can go to New York right now, and I can run into a homeless person in New York. Homeless person in New York right now. Am I lying, Push? Homeless person in New York right now is making $1,000 a week. Push, you've been to New York, right? What's a homeless person averaging in New York? A homeless person. You cannot tell me the money is not out there. Listen, however you get it is you get it. That's your business. That's your hustle. Your hustle is your hustle. Warren Buffett said it the best. If you're an average American and living in America, you cannot survive off of one income. You can't survive off of two incomes. Just to live comfortably, you have to make 3 incomes. Just to be considered average in America, you have to have 5 incomes. Just for you to be a millionaire, you have to have 7+ incomes. So you wonder why you don't have any money. What are you doing to better your situation? Everybody's looking for a handout. Sometimes you don't need a handout. Sometimes you just need to get up off your ass, go out there, and go work for what's yours. But a lot of people want to be lazy these days. And it kills me when I see these young people. These young people are so strong. They so strong, man. They so strong. And when I look at them, they weeded out. They drugged up. They drunked out. And like I said before, it's not to judge anybody because everybody has a story. But you're young. You're young living in a society now where you can make money off the internet, which is what I'm trying to do, which is why I'm up here talking to y'all. I'm up here talking to y'all because I got wisdom to spread, and then at the same time, I see an opportunity where I can better my finances and my income off of different platforms like Facebook, like YouTube, like Instagram. You see what I'm saying? A smart person follow the program. You see the codes, you break the codes, and you follow the programs. But a lot of people don't want to work. A lot of people don't want to get up and go out there and work. And that's sad because nothing ever is going to come to you. Nothing in life comes to anybody free. If you want something, baby, you got to get up, get your ass out there, and go get it. Because it's not going to come to you. And let me tell you something. If opportunity did come to you and money came to you, guess what? I think you should be a good neighbor and tell me so I know where to lay and where to sit so opportunity could come to me because I've been waiting for him for a long time. But you don't need to wait for opportunity because opportunity is open to everyone. Opportunity is not a person. Opportunity is your vibe. It's what you want to do. It's what you're going to do about your situation. That's what opportunity is. As I stated before, money is a necessity. We need it. We have to have it. For anybody who says, I don't need money, I don't have to have money, you must don't like to eat. You must don't like going on vacation. You must don't got no kids you gotta feed. You must ain't got no business you got to run. You must ain't got no house, no apartment you got to pay for. If you say you don't like money, the only way I can see somebody saying they don't like money and they don't need money is somebody who already got money. And I highly doubt somebody who got money would say they don't need money, because people with money, they always looking for ways to get more money. So let's talk about it. If you somebody who say you don't need money, yeah, and it cut it, all right? And I just want to, let everybody know, my sincerest apologies, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of my lives, you guys been looking at a lot of my lives, you know what I mean? And I've been cussing up a storm, you know what I mean? And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody's 100% perfect, you know what I mean? Me cussing is like the last thing anybody should be worried about compared to everything else that's going on in this world. But at the same time, I am a figure, you know what I mean? I am a voice, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, they do look up to me, and a lot of people do watch me. And I just want to let you guys know that, if I've offended anybody, you know what I mean, by something I might have said or just cussing a lot or whatever, you know what I mean, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not sorry, because I'm going to say what I feel. I'm entitled to what I feel. You know what I mean? And the thing of people judging people for me is out the window. I could care less what anybody think about me, because I'm gonna be me regardless whether you like me or not. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I am respectful. I do respect people's feelings. I do respect people's emotions. You know what I mean? And I'm not an emotional person. You know, I'm an emotional person when it comes to like family, when it comes to friends. But as far as caring about what people say or people think, oh, gee, well, maybe you should shut up. Leave me alone. All right? You know what I'm saying? Get your money, I'm going to get mine. That's how I am. You know what I mean? But at the same time, certain people, you know what I mean, I do value in my life, you know what I mean, to where, they do love you enough and love me enough to tell me, hey, man, it's so much more bigger to you, you know what I mean, if you just cut the cussing, you know what I'm saying? But, even with that being said, you know what I mean, people feel differently, you know what I mean? If I curse, it's because I curse, it's because I feel a certain way. It's because I seen something that was very foul. It's because I'm very emotional about what I'm talking about, and it pisses me off, and I literally had it up to here. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean, I've never been a person to not accept criticism. I've never been a person to not accept rebuction either. You see what I'm saying? Just make sure if you the person coming to me with the criticism and the rebuction, you able to take it back. You see what I'm saying? Because I might have some words for you on what you doing wrong. Or somebody else might have some words for you that what you doing wrong. And the same way you able to go to somebody and tell them about themselves, you better be able to take it when somebody can come to you and tell you about yourself. So if you're not that type of person, I advise you don't come to me, because I'm already know. You see what I'm saying? So I advise you don't come to me. But if you do come to me, step to me right. I'm a very reasonable person. You see what I'm saying? And I just wanted to get that out the way, because I have a lot of people that watch me, you see what I'm saying, on YouTube, and watch me on Instagram and on Facebook, you know what I mean? And a lot of times when I'm emotional, I might curse, go off, whatever the case may be, because a lot of people know me from the church world. But, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, man, I'm a work in progress, you know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to say that. But at the end of the day, getting back on my topic with money management, which I'm pretty much done, you see what I'm saying? Guys, don't make money a god. You know what I mean? Money is just an object. Do we need it? Yes. We have to live. We have to eat. We have to provide. Do we need it? But never make it a god. The easiest way for your finances to flourish, give it to God. Simple. The Bible gave you the clearest pathway to financial freedom. Yeah, I know we listen to Warren Buffett. I know we listen to what's his name, Dr. Oz, and all these other people on health and all this stuff. Let me tell you something. There's only one author and finisher of our faith. There's only one creator. He created us. He know when we leaving. And guess what? The path to righteousness, the path to wealth management and financial freedom is all through him. Trust God on everything that you do, people. Give your finances to God. Give God what belongs to him. And if you give God what belongs to him, I promise you, he's going to see that you get what belongs to you. I love y'all, man. It's the Chi Lounge. We out, baby. I'm going to see y'all next week. We got a special guest going on next week, and we're going to be giving away some money next week. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next week, next Thursday. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be giving away some money. At the same time, I got a special guest coming on. I'm not going to say who it is. I kind of gave you a hint when I was on vacation. If you ain't catch it, oh well, you got to find out. I love y'all, man, and we out.